Okay, so for curve wall, I'm going to use the panel. So here, you can just simply pick uh, one, two, three, and then I'll make this one as hard point. Okay. Then another one is okay. Maybe I'll just change this one a bigger one. Okay, and then another one is another curve wall, but this one is like a shape, S shape. Right, and then change again this one. Change this. Okay. So this one is like an S shape wall. So maybe I'll just make sorry. Well, maybe I'll just put this one a little bit. Okay, yeah. So as you can see here, I modeled that one using the panel. But basically, I may add also that I did some grasshopper component to create the curve wall by using this construction object. Okay, so if I have this arc, so let's say for example this one. So this is an arc, and then let's say I'm going to use this polyline. No, sorry, polyline. This one. Okay, so I can show. If you notice here, I have the catalog here. So if I have the 1,000, let's say 1 meter by 500. Okay, so apply this one. So pick this. If you notice here, there's a toggle here, pulse, meaning if this one is an arc, just an arc. I just use the pulse. Okay, and then if it is a polyline, I will just use the true, apply, and then pick this one twice. So I have now these two curves. So these are two different approach in creating the curve. So later, if you want to use this curve profile that I use using the grasshopper component, I can give you this script, and then you can use just download the grasshopper component from our warehouse, and then you can use the script that I have created here. Okay. So once I have this one, I can easily explode that one and then use now my. So if you notice here, this one is made of a lot of lines, a lot of points, because this one is using the segmented curve. Okay, now let's continue on this. So first thing is, if we want to have the curve here, so I can use now my rebar set. So let's say I have the longitudinal bar. So here, if I pick the shape, so as you can see here, I can use the longitudinal bar to the bottom and on the top. Okay, and then middle button of your mouse. So you have now the longitudinal bar. So if I click the two sides, so I have the longitudinal bar on the sides. Okay, that's one. Okay, so now if let's say for the wall, I want to have the crossbar. Okay, so for the crossbar, I cannot use the longitudinal. I can use the crossing. So for the crossing, so click on this one and then pick this one and control click. So that one is the crossbar. And if you don't want that, because that one is a U bar, so I just simply click one side. So that's one, and then the other side. So that's two. All right. And then if you want to add the longitudinal, so select this one, and then two, and there you go. So this is using the longitudinal and crossing rebar set. Okay. Now, if you want to have a link, of course, that one is another story. So meaning from here, I can just simply use the longitudinal first, these two, and then I can use the crossing and then make that one as a what do you call that, a close link. Okay, of course, this one, if you want to change the position, so you can use the you can use this contextual toolbar and then put that one on the outermost, innermost and outermost, this one. So here, as you can see. Okay, so now that one is for the single curve wall. Now for the double curve wall, there's a little bit of limitation here because for the double curve wall, same thing. If I use the here, if I use the longitudinal, okay, so here, longitudinal. Oh wait. No, if I use the longitudinal and then select this side and this side, middle button of your mouse, then here it still works, okay, but on the side, okay, on the side. And for the crossing, for the crossing, I can just simply click this one. Let's say one side crossing. So look, if you notice here, but if you notice there's some issue here because of the spacing here, because of the spacing. Okay, let me just correct that one. I'll use the crossing and then change the color. Let's say to green. All right. So for the crossing, I will use a U-shaped bar. This one and let's say this and yeah, middle button. All right. So if you notice again, unlike this one, it's properly arranged. Okay, it's properly arranged. But in this case, if you notice here, it's not arranged properly. Why? Because of the it follows on the straight line. But again, the question is, how can we arrange this properly according to the two curves? So, okay, nowadays the improvement, there's some improvement on the rebar set. So what you can do is select the direct modification and then select this one, select this link. So you will notice that there is a guideline here. So this guideline is doing a very important role here. Why? Because this guideline, if you select this guideline and then select the direct what do you call that, the floating toolbar, okay, or contextual toolbar. So there's a new option here in contextual toolbar to follow the edge here, follow the edge, follow edges. If I turn on this one, okay, I turn on this one and then move the guideline to the corner, okay, this corner, all right, and then this guideline also to the other corner here, and there you go. So if you notice here, it will properly place to the according to the shape. So if you notice here, single curve and double curve also has the what do you call that, a proper positioning of our rebar here. So again, if you want, you can just simply put that one on the outer layer, and there you go. Okay. So actually, that's the same thing here. If I move this one, okay. So that one also works here. Crossing, this one, and longitudinal bar. For the longitudinal bar, it works on all sides. Huh? Yeah. For the longitudinal bar, it works on all sides in one curve. But unfortunately, for the double curve, if I use the longitudinal bar, I can only use that one on the this side, because here if I select the top middle button, see, it doesn't work properly. Okay, so in this case you can just use the longitudinal bar here on this side. Okay, now if there's some this one happens, okay, you can use also the crossing bar here, this one crossing bar. If I click from this side, this point or this line to the edge line here, shift and then middle button. So this one is okay, I don't know why there's it's not continuous, but basically anyway you can try this one on your side. Okay, but it seems that it cuts, but anyway that's fine. And then here you can again use the crossing, so same thing. If you click this crossing here, you need to change the guidelines again. All right, so guidelines, put that one on this side, on this point, put this one on this point. Okay, so if you notice, it's still still not in the proper position, because under the contextual toolbar, so you need to select this one, follow edge. Don't forget this one, you need to follow edge, and there you go. All right, now if you really want to put a reinforcement on the top, okay, on the top part, let's say for example here, maybe I'll just delete this elements, or sorry, I'll delete. Okay, so if you really want to add the reinforcement on these two curves, okay, on the top or on the bottom, there is a way to do it using the under this bridge. This one is also built in your Tekla structure, so you can see here main bars, and then select the concrete, and then pick 2 points to determine the bar range. So from this point to this point, and then pick, and then select the part to reinforce, and very good. Again, select, and then 1, and then 2, and then middle button of your mouse, and that's it. And then if you want to that one is a component, so if you want to double click, it will open the dialog box here, and then here you can change the group, maybe here -50 to put that one inside, or sorry, this one negative. Yeah, it will go inside. So you can combine the main bars, or using the bridge bar with the rebar set. Let's say here, something like this. Okay. Again, the guidelines, you should change the guidelines here. Here, guidelines. Then, so you just need to have additional modification here in order for you to have a proper. Okay, so that's how you add the reinforcement in our curve, or single curve and double curve wall or beams. And then I'll use this one. So, okay, and then change this one to 1 meter. Alright, and then move it. And then we'll change this one to 400. And then change it to middle, right, left. -50. Okay, very good. All right, so I'll cut this one. Part cut. Oh, sorry. I need to change this one to the curve first, and then do the part cut. Okay, and then remove this one. So now, from here, if I want to add now the longitudinal bar, so I can use the rebar again. Just hold on. Okay, longitudinal bar. So click on this and then pick it. So longitudinal bar. There you go. So if you notice here, it will cut automatically. And then for the crossbar, there you go. So it cuts automatically. But again, here, if you want to close this one, then you can use the guideline. So let's say, for example, this one. Something like this. And I don't know if, here. You can actually change the guideline here if you want to have something like this. Are you, this one is different from what you're doing? Mm. 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 So, so do you think this one is more useful? Mm. Yeah, yeah, the profile up with the profile, yes. So if you have actually if you have two more of this one, so I don't know, maybe I'll copy the cuts, because I think you need to have a cuts before you add the rebar in this case. So what I will do is I'm going to put a circle. Okay, so I'll just copy this one. Copy, rotate. So pick this point. Let's say 30 degrees. Copy. Okay, and then -25. Copy. So yes. So let's say for example I have 3 opening there. So redraw. Maybe I'll remove the cuts here. Alright, so again, like what I mentioned to you, so better to remove that one first and then you can now add rebar. So crossing. So let's say, for example, this one. If I click this one, there is an option here to, oh, it's not an option here, but basically, if you notice that that one automatically cut. But again, let me check if I can segregate this one because I remember there's one, yeah, something like this. There is one option to add, no, not that one. Add leg. Yes, is it working? Yeah. Add leg here. Can you see that? You can see what I'm trying to do, right? So here, I just added the leg here. All right. Yeah, to close it, and then longitudinal bar. So again, here, 1, 2. And there you go. So I don't know. Okay, let's try for the longitudinal bar to add leg here. Yeah, it works, which is quite good. All right. So this one is something like, hopefully it helps you for your modeling the curved wall with the opening.